airsoft, everything can be replicated to a degree. We don't have airsoft, well, Fat Mans yet, and believe me, the moment Fat Mans are actually made, and we actually can take them onto the field, I bet you anything they'd be banned within a fucking instant, and only saved for Milsim events, or Fallout events, per se, because having a Fat Man that can basically wipe out an entire room or building in one shot, yeah, no, that's definitely going to get regulated pretty fucking heavily. But explosives are no, well, stranger in airsoft. We do have a lot of them. Be it, of course, from, say, your standard pyros, be it, you know, Enola Gaze, or Taggin, or really any of the other ones, including some actually really cool stick ones. They're like $5 a piece, and actually would love to have them in the US, because, dear God almighty, basically having a little stick the size of a stogie, and just basically pulling one end and throwing it, and it basically make a big old bang. I would love to have those, I'll be honest. But let's say your field doesn't exactly allow those. Well, you have, of course, the good old-fashioned and tried-and-true spring grenades, which can do gel ball and Nerf and all the other stuff. R.I.P. Red vs. Blue. I hope it comes back. I hope it gets the love it deserves. There's still more to cover in Red vs. Blue. There really is. Let's say you don't want to use a spring grenade because they're finicky, they're only impact. Basically, it is what it is, because, you know, trying to do an outdoor play is exactly as hard as it is, and it's only good for CQB arenas. Well, then, of course, you could upgrade to the Italian, or even some of the more interesting blank fire grenades, which, of course, in this case, be the Braytac blank fire kit, which basically sets off a 9mm, or in some cases, fucking 12-gauge blanks. But sadly, the field I go to, Sector 9, does not allow this unless it was a 22. However, sad to say, they don't make a... Braytac does not make a 22 kit, sadly. And anyone who can actually manufacture a insert for 22 LR, or 22 blank, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. It's, yeah. Well, there goes some of your options. They won't, let's say your field doesn't exactly allow pyros, you don't got the money for pyros, they don't allow blanks because, you know, CQB fields with blanks is not a good thing, and even outdoor fields, depending on how close you are to a residential area, may get the fucking cops called on you because they think, oh, someone actually brought a real gun to that airsoft field. Well, then of course you got the spring option, but you don't want the spring option because the spring option is not exactly good. So, what's left? Well, if you got the money and you can invest into it and basically get a ton of them, you got the Thunderbee option.
Of course!
What's the Thunderbee option? Basically a CO2 grenade with a lovely little shell like this, or a shell like this, the Golden Pineapple of Death, can basically be your option for grenade usage in airsoft. However, there is one more thing about this that you need to understand. Trying to reset and reload the bastards is as hard as you think it is. Your standard Thunderbee grenade, you basically have to, number one, well, the screwing part is not good, although we are going to talk about the shells themselves and kind of let you know some wariness, especially these kinds of shells. These kinds of APS shells right here are pretty thin plastic. And the sad thing is, if you leave them out in the sun way too fucking long, well, they're going to go boom a lot faster than you expected, because once you have that heat reacting to what powers them, which of course is CO2, that extreme cold meeting extremely hot results in volatile reactions. Anyone who actually understands the science behind it can sound off in the comments section, because I didn't exactly do that well, and I only know about it because in summer camp we had the geyser experiment where we basically covered a beaker in tinfoil, and then we rapidly cooled it really too quick, and it caused the glass to literally explode. Think that, but with plastic. So yeah, we're going to talk about the, basically, yeah, that's not the only real pain in the ass part, because here's the thing. The other pain in the ass part is basically resetting these things, because what you have to do is you have to take this up here, you got to pull this back here, bring this back down with a pin right here. It literally is a pain in the ass, because trying to reset this and reload this is a lot worse than you think. Especially when you're on a field, and especially when you take off the busted shell and you go to put it on there, and this kind of gets undone. It's it's not a lot of fun, and leads to some very, very interesting things. But what if I told you that there was now a new Thunder Bee shell design that eliminated that problem?
Excuse me, what?
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Thunder Bee APS sticker nade, or the potato masher. Basically, a literal reconstruction, or at least a replication of a standard stick grenade, whether it's the German stick grenade, or the World War I stick grenade, or really any other stick grenades in general, especially the Russian, what have you. Basically, it's a generic stick grenade with faux wood. But this is where things get kind of fun. You're thinking, oh, the CO2 must go in the bottom, right? No. The bottom is where this fire mechanism is. And you can have this on there or not. It's completely up to you. The other thing is that the way you put the CO2 in is taking this head off, taking this off, putting the CO2 in, screw this on, screw this on, and then basically, and throw! And yes, that was pretty freaking quick. Because here's the thing. Once you have this primed, and that's the cool thing about it, unlike the other pain in the ass stuff, this one, all it takes is literally taking this right here, pulling it out to where the safety thing is, like that, putting it into the safety notch, if I can get it in there, mind you. Come on, baby. There we go. Takes a bit to get it worn in. Doing it like that, basically. And while, yes, you may be worried, oh, I'm going to get, it's going to go off on me. It's really not. This is an actual strong serrated wire that actually legitimately is good. I have yet to have the thing actually go off unintentionally. Not only that, but the hole right here is big enough to where you're not going to miss it going in and striking the CO2. And when you do have it reset like this, well, let's do a little bit of a quick experiment, shall we? Let's say that, oh, I've got extra heads, and I've got extra CO2. I've just had a busted head here because the CO2 went off. Quickly, change heads! Change CO2. CO2 in. New CO2 in. New head. Ready to go! See how quick that was? See how quick that was? Now let's compare it, of course, to the other one, shall we? Oh no! New CO2! Oh no! My granny went off! Okay. I've got the hammer. Oh god, I can't get the hammer locked. Wait. Let's get the hammer locked. Hammer is locked. Okay. Throw this here. Okay. Okay, we're now primed, ready to go. Bust the thing. Gone. Oh no, I gotta tighten it down a little more. Okay, now it's tightening down again. CO2 out. CO2 in. Yeah. New head. Ready to go! Ah! Objectively speaking, this versus this, I'll go with this any day of the week. And while, yes, storing it might be a little bit of a pain, because of the stick grenade design and the fact that it's got a long handle here, I could actually have it in sort of a molly type setup, or even have it to where I could have it in, say, a pocket, or even within, of course, my Alice belt itself. There are many ways to actually handle and store a stick grenade versus this, especially if you have the safety cap on. And again, the stick grenade design is actually a lot better because you have more basically surface area to actually handle it and even have more momentum to fling it. Unlike this, where you literally have to chuck it as hard as you fucking can, and sadly, if the plastic's been heated up pretty good, and, well, here's some of the footage for that.
Oh!
Yeah, these shells right here, or just any APS shell for that matter, any Thunderbee shell, do not leave out in the sun, okay? If you do not want them going off past 3 or 2 seconds, do not leave them out in the sun. They are going to erupt pretty damn quick. Of course, as you can guess, yes, this does accept other heads. Now, of course, you will have to lightly cut the seam of this to basically make it to where the bigger heads go off faster. But the big thing, though, is that these right here, the standard heads itself, actually go off pretty good after 5 seconds, or even after 4 seconds. Now, don't get me wrong, this one has led to actual comical effects.
Oh, he's over there.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yes!
Legitimately. But this one has actually led to a good couple of kills.
Are you kidding me? Long John's clear! Long John's clear!
Don't do it! Don't do it! Moving inside of hardware! Inside of hardware!
Well, damn.
Hey, start moving up barrel! Start moving up barrel!
Now, as stated before, this actually will accept other heads. And it is actually legitimately easy to get it off and not have to worry about this, well, coming undone, because in reality, it really doesn't. I'm not going to use this in-game, by the way, just so you know. I legitimately try to keep all the heads, so that way I have, like, one of each. But it's like a kleptomaniac collection type deal. I'm a kleptomaniac when it comes to collecting. But the big thing, though, is that it will accept, of course, these type of shells. Which means that you could legitimately run around on the field with a larger stick grenade. And the best part is that because it's a lot bigger, a lot more weight to it, you can actually throw it and get a good lot more momentum. Now, I'm not going to say this thing ain't cheap. It's really not, sadly. It is a little expensive. It is a little bit pricey. But for what you get and for what you can actually have out of it, I'm going to say this right now. To anyone out there who is tired as hell of your standard Thunderbees, and I mean this, I know I'm speaking to the choir when I say this. You are tired of having to reset these stupid things. Basically having to reset the hammer every frickin' time and have essentially wasting time just to get the things reloaded and rearmed versus, of course, this where it's literally a pull the pin, pull this cord right here, get into the notch, undo the thing off, undo this, quick flick, put in, screw on, and then just be ready and waiting. That's literally all it is. This is literally all it is. And by God, why have we not had this before? This is a game changer. It really is. And honest to God, I can't think of anything else besides fucking get this. Get these. Stock up on them. I don't care if it looks weird on your modern kit or someone's going to say, oh, you can't have stick grenades on there. You're replicating this. Fuck you! I want actual grenades I can quickly change on the fucking field! I can change out on the field, not have to walk my happy ass back to the staging area just to basically waste my time trying to basically get these things frickin' armed because I'm messing my ass with the fucking hammer system! Which, don't get me wrong, it works. It legitimately does work. It is a genius system. It actually legitimately is a good system. Again, don't get me wrong. But, over the years you've had this, over the fucking years you've created this, over the years, APS, you have basically helped make these things reality. You didn't think maybe you could create a V2 of these damn things? Something to improve them? To where we don't have to lose the fucking pins. Oh, wait, no, wait, you want us to lose the pins so we could spend money actually getting more fucking pins. You bastards! Trying to say is this. The Thunder Bee stick grenade is well worth it for the money. It's well worth it in the long run because you're saving money not only on shells, basically, because you don't have to keep spending money on basically getting more heads, more or less. Basically more of these right here. You don't gotta keep spending money on this thing right here. You don't gotta waste time trying to arm them on the field. Because again, it's much more easier with the stick grenade. You got more room, you got more things, you basically have a lot going on with it. It is worth it to get multiple of just these alone, and then get multiple heads, because each head is its own timer. And I mean this. Legitimately. You've seen the footage. You've seen my gameplay using these, and you can see why. These are worth the money. It legitimately is worth the money to get. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wanting to get grenades and you want to get something worth your bang for your buck, the Thunder Bee stick grenade, the potato masher, this lovely, ingenious thing right here, worth the money. Get it. But that's been all, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, I will be using this more in the future, and hope to God I can get more of these in the future, but that's just me, ladies and gentlemen. But, as always, I've been AirsoftAL. If you want to help out the channel, consider checking out the links down below, including the links to the Braytac 9mm kit featured in this video for just a tiny bit. A review is coming in the future. I promise you, we're just waiting on the 9mm blanks to get in. But, until then, ladies and gentlemen, I've been AirsoftAL, and I shall see you lovely, lovely people in the next video, and let me know in the comment section down below which one you prefer. The stick grenade model, or the standard OG model for Thunder Bees. Love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Till next time.